Pace makes the race. We've all heard it and it's true. But what does it mean? More importantly, how can it help you to be a sharper player? Pace points. That's how. When dealing with pace in horse racing, you have to understand it affects races at every level, class, and distance. Not always how we think it will, but the impact is still there just the same. Knowing who is likely to be running fastest at the start and who is likely to be finishing fastest nearing the finish, that last quarter mile is a most valuable wagering asset. Pace Points does this extremely accurately, utilizing fractional times of individual horses, post position, track condition, ground loss, and other intangibles like rider tendencies. Pace Points lets you know at a glance two key factors: who is likely to be fastest early and who is likely to be fastest late. We've all seen races where it looks like there's a ton of speed, and then one horse clears the field, often going wire to wire. How about the turf races that look like there is no speed? Somebody is going to set that pace. We know they will. We've seen it before. Have you ever had one of those head scratches where the pace is slow, even dawdling, and here comes a closer running past them all late? Pace points will help you navigate these pace scenarios and more. The races that show you one horse with 1-1-1 front running lines and a horse with 3-3-3 stalking running lines throughout the fractions of the race, and the horse with the threes that looks like the stalker is on the lead. Pace points will help you sharpen your game, recognize these things in advance, and recognize great setups. Pace does make the race, and pace points will help you understand the dynamics of the pace and the race. If you watch Past the Wire TV and read Past the Wire, you have heard me say the numbers don't lie. They don't. That is why Pace Point starts with the individual fractions of each horse and goes from there, where the best eyes, angles, and experience in the game factors in post, trip, ground loss, jockey, and more. An invaluable tool for any arsenal. We'll put this crucial info at your fingertips in an easy to read, recognize, and more importantly, utilize fashion. I like to say simplicity is the essence of intelligence. And although Pace Points is on a pretty high level, we made it very easy to understand and easier to utilize. You're going to see a list of the horses in each race, two columns next to the horses. The first column is going to give you a number. The lower the number, the faster the horse is early. And by early, we mean primarily the first quarter of any given race. Second column is going to give you a number. The lower that number, the faster the horse is late, nearing the finish, and primarily the last quarter mile of any given race. So you'll be looking at a list of the horses in the race, two numbers, an early number and a late number, based on all the factors we discussed before. Pace points, easy to use, easy to understand, and the longer you use it, the better grasp you will have on pace, making the race, and how it's going to affect the outcome.
To learn more about Pace Points or to try it out, visit pastthewire.com or watch Past the Wire TV. We think you'll be glad you did.
Sure, bad coffee.
Are they talking about us? Shh. Wait. Are they talking about us? I think I heard Past the Wire. Past the Wire TV. They are talking about us. Often imitated, never duplicated. We are everywhere.
Seriously? If you're betting horses and not watching these shows, you gotta be freaking crazy. Capiche?
You're watching Past the Wire TV.
Well, hello everyone. Here we are, another week, and this week it's the Pennsylvania Derby. You won't see me playing Parx too often, but this is one of those weekends that I would. So on a note from last week, basically we hit the pick five last week. It didn't pay much. We had a lot of winners that day. If you sent emails, you know that I had a lot of winners on my card. We did pretty good overall, so that's what really counts. You got to cash where you can cash. Hey, the pick five, we hit the pick five. We did have some long shot tries. They just didn't pan out, but that's the way it goes. I was at the Keeneland sale, and I missed some of you guys out there. Some of you were out there, and shoot me an email if you have any questions about anything. You want my card for the whole Pennsylvania Parx weekend, or if you got questions about anything, buying, owning horses, claiming horses, just let me know. Shoot me that email, and I'll get right back to you, especially about that owning and owning horses. We're starting that syndication of owning horses and pinhook. Anyway, let's get into this. It's a big card. I mean, it's 15 races, not a bad looking card at all. So we'll dig into that and we'll see what we can find. And we'll see my plays for my pick five there. So we're going to start off with the 12th race. That's what we're going to do. My computer's running a little slow today. I don't know what's going on here, but you'll get there in a second. 12th race. And here we go. The one horse. Let's check this horse out. Remember, they're going 6 furlongs. This is for 3-year-olds. This horse last time was closing like a bomb at the end at 6.5. 2 times before that, 6 furlongs, did win. A little on the slow side in my book. I do like Kendrick aboard this horse. He's going to get a lot out of this horse. Cherie sends him out fit. Her and Kendrick has not hooked up yet, but they've only had 4 tries together, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Is this horse a player? Yeah, this horse is a player. I don't know about for that win column, but I definitely think this horse is a major player in this race and should pick up a piece of the pie. So definitely play this horse on the bottom side of your exotics. Then number 2, this horse here is a 6 furlong horse. Definitely, every time he went long, he didn't do too well. 2 times back, if you go 2 back, the horse did really good over there. But this horse is really going to have to step it up to compete against some of these horses. So for me, I'm taking a step back on this horse. I'm just going to say I'm going to take a pass, major pass. So even though it does have early running style, I just don't know if it could keep up personally. The number 3, another horse. Of course, remember, we're going to have a lot of horses with speed because this is a 6 furlong race. So with that being said, this horse did really nice last time out at Parx, an allowance race. And this is another horse that's going to have to really step it up, in my opinion. I mean, there's plenty of other horses in here that could do much more damage. So for me, I'm taking a pass on this horse. And if you do play this horse, demand everything of that 20-1. Dylan Davis is definitely a plus for this horse, but not for me. The number 4, this horse has run even. Look, about the last 4 or 5 times this horse ran, even. Pretty much not quite even. It was just starting to get tired. All in allowance races, optional claiming. Another horse I think is over their head. I would demand more than that 30-1. I think this is more of a 40 or 50-1 shot. Not for my money, not today, not at this class level. Number 5, a shipper from Santa Anita, Bob Bafford, Tyler Gaffleone, hooking up for the 3rd time. Last time this horse ran 7 furlongs, ran really good, finished 3rd behind Patch Adams, Captain Cook, in that really nice race there at Saratoga, the Jerkins. Look, this horse has got tons of speed. This horse is cutting back in distance today. I really think this is the horse to beat. You got to really look at this horse. Tyler's going to have this horse. If he's not on the lead, he's definitely going to be sitting second, ready to pounce. And especially the cutting back in distance is what really gets me on this horse. This horse has been showing speed, going a distance of ground, and then, this horse had speed for a short distance. I think this is a short distance type of horse, not a long distance horse. So I think this is the one to beat. And let's look at angles here. What does the angle say here? Well, with my computer, once again, like I said, it's a little on the slow side today. It won't pop up. I can't believe it. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on here, but we'll figure it out. So, now I can't even go to the number 6 horse. This is great, people. Computers. All right. Number 6. All right. Another pressure type of horse. This horse doesn't need the lead. Will find itself sitting around 3rd or 4th, probably most likely with Javier aboard. This horse probably has enough talent to at least keep up with these horses. This horse did finish second behind Neokos, which is, by the way, an offspring right here, Neolithic, from Pleasant Acre Farms. You guys should all check that out. He's a nice young stallion performing, and he's got stakes horses now. So anyway, here we are at the number 6. I think horse has got some talent, probably could hit the board. I like this horse on the bottom side of my exotics. That's how I'm going to play this horse. The 7, definitely one of the speed horses, is going to be out there probably in front winging. If not, he's got to have to be it all by himself. With Paco aboard, I see that happening out there. I don't think this horse is going to get an easy lead at all. I think there's plenty of pressure. This horse took a while to break its maiden. So, with that being said, I think he's a tad bit over his head here. He might be pretty good later on down the road, but right now I say he's a little bit over his head, and I'm going to take a pass. The number 8, this horse has run in a couple of small stakes, did okay, all right. This horse is going to have to really pick up the pace to do any kind of damage here. Luis Saez aboard, got to like that part, but I would definitely demand 100% of that 15-1. This horse is the Racing Angles, his 3rd race after a layoff, looking for improvement. Horse for the course, yeah, does well here. So anyway, for me, I need this horse to improve a lot, so I'm taking a pass. The 9, another one, of course, with speed and a sprint, but I don't think this horse has got the speed to keep up and keep going. Even if we're going to get a couple of yells from this horse, it'd be very early, and that's all we'll see, I think. So for me, I'm taking a major, major pass. I would demand everything and more of that 30-1. 10. Look, I'm not wearing this hat for no reason. He gets horses to the track and gets them into stakes races. They perform very, very well. This horse has been holding his own. This horse is a sprinter. When he was on the Derby trail, Florida Derby and Kentucky Derby, I just didn't see this horse being a distance horse. But now he's back into the sprinting game. He's back where he belongs. Irad is going to hang with him from last time, finishing second. I think this horse has got tons of talent. I think if anyone's going to beat Barnes, it's going to be this horse, Neokos. So, look. I think this horse has got a ton of talent. I think he can win. So I think he's super, super dangerous. Look out there. And that's how I see that race. Now, we're going to go to race. And I don't know if it was showing the race or not. I have no idea what I was telling you, but I can't tell with my computer here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go on to the next race. I'm sorry if that's what happened, but we're going to go on. We're going to check out and see how the Raceland sees this race panning out. Okay. Race number 12. They see the 10, 5, 7, 6 all going out there in front 100%. I see that, all those horses, probably even the 9 too. Halfway point, the 10 and 5, 7 and 1. Yeah, I can see this. I can see that 100%. They're saying the 10's going to win at 23%, the 5 at 21, the 7 at 17, the 6 at 15. I have it 5, 10, 1, 6. Let's see the true odds here. They said the 7 is supposed to be 9-2. You got 6-1. You're probably still going to get 6-1 or better on that. I do believe the 5 will be the favorite. I don't think we're going to get 2-1. If we get 2-1, I'll take it all day long. But I think it's going to be more like closer to 1 even money. Nikos, the 10, it's going to go lower than 5-2, I believe. But other than that, I think those are the 2 to beat. So look out. And let's just see how that pans out. Now, before we get to race 14, which is the Pennsylvania Derby and everything, once again, got any questions, shoot me an email about anything, owning, claiming, anything, you name it. And like I said last week, we did very well overall, even though it wasn't a big pick 5 payout. We did well. So if you want my whole Parx card, shoot me that email and I'll get it to you. Now let's go on and let's check out the Pennsylvania Derby, which I think is very, very tough. And boy, this computer's running so slow today. Woo! Come on. There we go. Okay. Pennsylvania Derby. We're going to go with the number 1 horse. So Sandy. Look, this horse definitely got some talent, I think. Look, this horse ran a second last time out, did very well in an option claim. Ran very close to the pace. This horse likes that very close to the pace type of thing. They're going 1 mile and 1/8. Okay. Cherie, and you got Kendrick. Kendrick's going to keep this horse close. I'm telling you, people. Now, the question is, does he have the talent to beat a couple of horses in here? Right now, I'm going to say no, but, this horse looks like he's improving, and I wouldn't say it won't be too long. We're going to be hearing his name a lot more. But I think this horse, for me, bottom side of my exotics for sure. But not for the win column. I think there's a couple of the horses in here that could do that. Alto Belle. I'm going to screw that name up, and that's what I just did. Okay, so this horse has got some speed. I don't see this horse hanging around too long. This is more like a rabbit, it seems like. But look, I guess they're going to take a chance. Try to see if this horse will stretch out. Hard time to see if this horse could stretch out. I mean, this horse doesn't quite finish all the time very well. So for me, I'm a major pass. 50-1. If this horse wins, it beats me 100%. And I will never, ever say I would have had this horse if. No, there's no ifs. I'm passing on this horse. Magnitude, the number 3 horse. This horse has got some class speed. This horse will sit close enough. I don't know if this horse will get the full lead. Maybe so. I don't know. But if he does get the full lead by himself and he's out there just cruising, everyone might be in trouble. Okay, this horse cannot take off by himself. Someone's going to have to challenge this horse. Horse has got that kind of talent, that kind of speed. I like Ben Curtis on here for Steve. They do well. Ben Curtis rides very well. A lot of people don't know much about him. Excellent rider. So the question is, does this horse get an easy lead? I don't think so. But if he does, goodbye, everybody, pretty much. The horse ships into track, wins at multiple circuits, yeah. But for me, I don't think it's in my top This horse is not going to be in my top 2, so I'm going to play this on the bottom side of my exotics for sure. David of Athens. Okay, horse did very good last time out, just crushed him. And time before that, really, he finished 6th, but it was a good 6th. 2.5 lengths behind the winner, placed 5th through a disqualification. It was a really good bang-up race, you know. After his maiden, he learned a lot of things in that 2nd race. Now he's into his 4th race. Kind of a late bloomer, maybe, but this horse has definitely got the talent. You better watch out for this horse. For me, though, I'm going to take a pass. But I do like the combination of Tyler and Brendan. You know, I don't want to talk some people off a horse. I would definitely demand the 12-1, but for me, I'm taking a pass. Happily Delusional. Okay, now this horse, the 5, it's another horse that's probably reaching too much for the stars. When he ran in a grade 3, he got it. I mean, he just got his clock cleaned. For me, I would demand more than 30-1. I'm taking a major pass. This horse is a nice allowance, small stakes horse. Right now, I don't see this horse at this level, so I'm going to take a pass. And the angle there was, running style come from behind, which it really doesn't come from behind too hard. He's got to have some help there. Go oriented. Bob Baffert here. This horse is could be a little dangerous here. Another horse that does have speed but doesn't have to have the lead. Is this the horse going to pressure Magnitude? Maybe so. Okay. So with that being said, this horse might be pressuring that horse. This horse could hang around for a piece of the pie. Depends how much they battle it all out. The angle here is, Bob Baffert Simpson's greatest stakes is he wins at a pretty high clip. I definitely like his chances here, but he's still not in my top 2 picks. Okay, I think this horse is in the bottom side of my exotics 100%, but I'm going to take a pass on the top 2 spots. Big Truz. Last time out did well in a small stakes. Okay, now he's moving back up. He went into a grade 1 back in June. Finished 3rd. Nothing, terrible. Finished behind Patch Adams. Patch Adams, we all know about that horse, how he does. Then he threw in a clunker at the Indiana Derby. But this horse could be this talented. But for me, I think I'm going to take a pass on this horse. Do like Javier aboard on this horse, for this horse. I think he could keep it close, but for me, I'm taking a pass. Baeza. Some people got this as their favorite horse. Always crying about something on this horse in the Derby. He ran very well. He ran great in the Santa Anita Derby. Came back in the Belmont. Did good. He just cannot beat Sovereignty or Journalism. Can't. Okay? So this horse is in another notch. John Sheriff, you cannot blame that trainer. This trainer is excellent. A lot of people don't know much about this trainer because he's on the West Coast and he doesn't bring many horses to the East Coast. Excellent trainer. Puts a great foundation underneath them. Always gives them their time. This horse is very, very dangerous in this spot. Very. 2-1. Might even go off as the favorite, most likely. Hector, the jockey, comes from California. So don't worry about all that. He rode this horse in the Santa Anita Derby, broke his maiden with him. So he knows this horse a lot. He ran 2nd in the Jim Dandy behind Sovereignty with this horse. So don't worry about the jock. Jock's perfectly fine, especially if you don't know much about him. I'm telling you right now, he's an excellent rider. And like I said, John Sheriff's going to have him ready to rock and roll. This is one of 2 horses I believe could win this race. Gosier, the number 9. This is the other horse I think can win this race. Brendan Walsh, Luis Saez, 4-1. When they team up, Luis and Brendan. 27% on the win column, plus 19% ROI. Love all of that. This horse has been finishing second behind journalism a couple of times. And you know what? This horse has been knocking on the door. He got bumped really bad in the Haskell. He got bumped really bad. Even in the Preakness, he had a little bit of a problem there too. But hey, look, horse is definitely one of the horses to beat. I think this is one of them. Look out. And number 10, Moplex. This horse shows up here and there right when you think the horse is not going to do anything, shows up. This horse has definitely got some kind of talent. For me, against these guys, I just think he's just a notch below overall. But I don't blame these owners and trainer for jumping in here. He does show up to sometime of the big races. So for me, I'm going to take a pass. But definitely the horse has got talent. I want to talk you off. He's got 12-1. Demand every bit of that if you're going to see that. Now, let's go in and see how Raceland sees this race panning out. Okay, we are in race 14. There we go. Okay, they see the leader. You know, look, they see the 3, 6, 9. Basically, the 3 out in front. Magnitude all by himself. If that's really the truth of it, they all might be in trouble. I would like to see the 6 very close to this horse. If you don't want Magnitude to win, okay. But I see that kind of that order a little bit, okay. Now on the middle, halfway through the race, they're seeing a 3, 8, 6, 9. I can see all that. They're saying at the end the 6 is going to win a 28% chance. The 3 at 15, the 8 at 13, and 9 at 13, and the 7 at 11. I see it 9, 8, 3, and then 6. That's how I see it. Here we go. Let's see true odds. They're saying big Truz should be 8-1. He's 10-1. That's not going to be that big a deal. You're going to be more like a 10 or 12-1 on that horse. Like I said, for the favorite, the 8's going to probably be the favorite. 9 and 6 are going to battle it out. Who's going to be the second favorite, probably most likely in that race. Okay. So let's go and see. We're going to try to get one of these pick 5s to pay decent. I mean, we've hit a couple there, and you know, not paying well. But hey, let's do this. Let's we got to have a couple of prices here and there, so that's what we'll do. Let's check it out. What I got going on here. And once again, it's taking a nap on us. What the heck, people? It's one of those days. And here we go. All right, remember this starts in the race number 11. And race number 11, the first leg, I like 1, 4, 5, 8. I like the exact of the 1 over the 4 and 5. Now, with that all being said, on my pick 5, I'm going to go 3 deep in the first leg, 1, 4, 5, okay? In the second leg, which is race number 12, I'm going only 2 deep there. I'm going to my 2 speed demons there, the 5 and the 10. And the third leg, which is race number 13, I'm going 4 deep there. And I'm going to go 1, 7, 2, 3. Race number 14, the fourth leg on my pick 5. I'm going to go 4 deep there. You know, like I said, I think this race is pretty good. But I'm going to put in the 9, 8. But then I got the 3, 6 in there. Mm-hmm. And then the last leg, race number 15. I'm going 3 deep in there, the 1, 3, 9. And let's go to each race now. Race 12, I like the 5, 10, 1, 6. The exact 5 over over the 10, excuse me. And then the 13th race, I like 1, 7, 2, 3. Try is the 1, 7 with the 1, 7, 2, 3 with the 1, 7, 2, 3, 8, 4. And then the 14th race, I like 9, 8, 3, 6. The exact is 9, 8. And the 15th race, I like 1398, and I like the exacta 1 over the 3 and the 9. So that's how I see that. That's my pick 5. There's how I see those races. Once again, if you want to get my whole card, shoot me an email. Like I said, let's go out there and get these winners. Let's hit this pick 5. And hey, everyone start shooting me some emails or put some comments on there that you hit, the pick 3 or pick 4 or something nice. Let us all know that we got some winners going on out there. Other than that, let's go out there and get those winners. Until then,
Knowledge. It isn't free. You gotta pay attention.
And ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the winner's circle for a very special presentation. Representatives from Handicapping for Horses, along with professional handicapper Jonathan Stetton, are proud to support the work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance and Old Friends. Accepting the check for the inaugural Handicapping for Horses event this past summer at Saratoga are representatives from the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance and Old Friends. Gulfstream Park welcomes Michael Blowen, Jonathan Stetton, Kelly Scobie, Jim Rhodes here this afternoon. Since 2012, the TAA has awarded more than $17.2 million to accredited organizations. Handicapping for Horses looks to make their Saratoga Springs event larger and raise money for Thoroughbreds Aftercare year after year. Once again, thank you to Handicapping for Horses, Jonathan Stetton, and welcome to Old Friends and our friends at the TAA. The Rainbow Six and race number 5 up next.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby.
You're watching Past the Wire TV, the biggest races at the best tracks. From the Kentucky Derby to the Breeders' Cup. The best horse racing coverage is right here on Past the Wire TV.
Dynasty in motion, reshaping the sport's greatest tradition, channeling the legends of his line and surpassing them. 4 of the last 6 Derby winners carry his genes. A Golden Son, a Horse of the Year. Another chapter written beneath those iconic spires. Derby dreams fulfilled for the titans of our industry. From authentic to sovereignty, a legacy both real and supreme. Into
Pace Points is a sophisticated algorithm developed to help handicappers accurately recognize key aspects of a race. Specifically, who will be running fast early and who will be closing fast late. Pace makes the race, and now you can have even complicated pace scenarios projected accurately right at your fingertips. What sharp player wanting every edge wouldn't want this? Exactly, none. Although the algorithm based on fractional times and incorporating other key factors is complex, the information is presented in both an easy-to-read and understand format. Try Pace Points and elevate your game and chance of success to a state-of-the-art at the highest level. You can find Pace Points at Past the Wire.
Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Often imitated, never duplicated. If you ain't smooth, you ain't never gonna be a smooth operator.
Here comes journalism. Here comes sovereignty. And they square off, head into the final front. Sovereignty wins the Derby.
You're watching Past the Wire TV. Hit that like button and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Are they talking about us? Shh. Wait. Are they talking about us? I think I heard Past the Wire. Past the Wire TV. They are talking about us. Often imitated, never duplicated. We are everywhere. Nobody does it better.